Now, John, where did we leave off with you?
I had just gotten to the sheriff's office with a severed hand in a bag. That is what happened.
There we go. All right, so I really hope y'all can't hear this howling wind outside my window.
No.
Cool. I mean, also on the recording. But so what are you doing, Mr. John?
Well, I want to go into the sheriff's office. I mean, obviously, I am on a mission that is quite serious. So, yeah, because they're already expecting me anyway. So, I want to go into the sheriff's office and, look a little bit quick about it.
Yeah, it probably would be a good thing. Okay, so as you walk into this familiar building, mundane, beige-wash relic of the greatest years of its life, the Burns, Colorado police station is dressed with aged cubicles and a tired discoloration throughout the entire building.
Hmm.
At the front desk, you see, sitting tired as ever, Miss Janet. She looks up and acknowledges you as you come through the door. Then, are are you holding the hand at your side in a bag, or are
No,
you?
I kind of have it tucked away in my jacket, snow gear
Hi
stuff.
there, my name is Lance, and my employee number is
Um, I just want to go up to Janet and say, "Hey, is the sheriff in?"
Nate said he'd be coming in, momentarily.
All right. You mind if I wait in his office for him?
Say again?
You mind if I wait in his office for him?
Go right on back.
All right. Thank you, Janet. I'm just gonna go. Is there any coffee station that I can get a cup of coffee while I'm waiting on him? Because
There is, yeah,
I kind of need to calm my.
and you're familiar, and yeah,
Calm
you're familiar with
Okay,
this
cool.
place. You know this police
Okay.
station.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you don't work here, but yeah, you know this place.
All right. Cool.
So as you
Get my
walk by
coffee and
to
sit
the
down
little,
and try to contemplate my situation on what just happened this morning.
righty, and your space is loud. Um. Dum-dum. Okay. So you gently push your way into Nate's office and you take a seat on the little couch he has in the room. Sipping your coffee?
Yeah.
Alrighty. About 10 minutes go by and you hear commotion, not commotion, you hear talking outside the door, and then Nate pushes his way through. Hat in his hand, like sheriff's hat in his hand.
Hmm.
You know, nice, what you'd expect, police sheriff's jacket on.
Right.
Howdy, John.
Howdy, Sheriff.
So, what fresh hell you got for me here?
Well, and I kind of open up my coat a little bit and take out the bag and kind of slowly place it on
Jesus
the
God.
desk there. I found that in what was supposed to be a rabbit hole that a couple of wolves were just picking at.
Ugh. That's awful.
And I'm gonna go ahead and tell him what is on the hand, and kind of you know ask
Yeah.
if
He takes a
if
peek
anyone.
at the hand. He's like,
Yeah.
"What's
Now,
chive on supposed to mean?"
I have no damn idea. um, I think that if there is anyone that has gone missing the past few days, that I don't know, this might have something to do with it. Um, and I kind of look at the end of the hand. Can I make some kind of investigation check, or look like if it's a clean cut on the end of the hand, or if it looks like it's been like cut off or bitten off or anything like that.
What is that humming?
I don't know.
Here,
No,
I'm gonna
that's
mute
it.
my mic.
Okay.
Does it stop?
Yeah, it stops whenever you mute it.
Yeah, it's probably my fan. I'll do push to talk.
Okay. Thanks. So. What kind of check would that be, Kevin? If it's just a simple, it'd probably be, an intelligence and intelligence medicine?
So what's he trying to do?
He's trying to look at a severed hand to see how clean the cut is. See if it was like gnawed off, pulled off, cut off.
Yeah, that would be medicine. So more anatomy related. So intelligence medicine.
So for you,
All right. So what am I rolling here?
for you, just in general, I think this would be an intelligence medicine. So for you, you're rolling 2 dice.
2 dice. Okay. All right. What constitutes a pass again?
8 again. Well, an 8 and
All
up.
right. Well, all right. I got a fail and a success.
Heck yeah.
The success was a 10. I don't know if that.
Roll another dice. You get to roll 10s
Okay.
again.
Okay. Second one was 6, or the next one was 6.
Second one was what?
The extra roll was a 6.
6? Alright, not quite. You got 1 success, though. It doesn't look to be...
Would I know that this is not from a wolf?
It's not from a wolf. You don't know what it is. It's not jagged enough to be an animal, but it... Yeah, you just know it. Yeah, it's not from a wolf.
All right. Well, I'd tell the sheriff that this doesn't look like this could be from anything. That I'm charged with watching and making sure that they don't get into anything.
You might move, whenever you're lowering your voice, you might move the microphone a little closer to your mouth.
All right. I don't think that this is from a wolf. I think this is from something else. And I know this sounds a little crazy.
I'd agree with you.
Hear me out here.
Alright, John, go ahead.
There's a kid he told me to check on today. Said he
Yeah.
saw something right
Yeah.
near here.
The monster, yeah.
The monster. I don't want to say that this is a monster because that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, John.
It's
Go
not.
on.
It's not something that I am generally in charge of. And if it's out there, I don't know. We need to find it. This hand belongs to somebody, whether it's in our jurisdiction or not. And it could happen it could happen again. I mean, someone lives near this area.
Right. No, it's if someone's missing around here, and I tend to think that they'd still be around here if they were missing a hand. I don't buy this monster bullshit, John, but someone's hand's here.
Well, I also don't buy it's from an animal either. So either we got a sick, depraved asshole, or we got something we don't know about here.
Right.
Anyway, I guess, do y'all have any kind of means of keeping this, or do I need to keep this on ice or something?
Oh my flying god. Sorry. The wind is screaming outside my window right now.
Well, then close the window.
Dude,
No, it's
it just
closed.
started storming for me just now.
Today is the best day to do
It is, though.
it.
Alright, I'm gonna give this a shot. Hopefully turning it up a little bit will work.
Okay.
Right. What would you say again?
I asked him if he wants to to, if they have any means of keeping this hand, or if I need to keep it on some kind of ice. Just because, like, I know it's a small town. I don't know if they exactly have any kind of freaking forensics lab or anything to keep this in. So, you know, I'm trying to be delicate with saying this, just because I know that we live in a small town, and I don't want to undermine the fact that, like,
Right, no.
we don't exactly have any resources here.
Well, John, we do keep a fridge next to the evidence locker for beers, colas, lunches, and everything.
You want,
I'll probably cordon a part of the freezer off and see if I can leave it in there with a big old note saying evidence.
all right, Sheriff. Well,
Keeping body parts isn't usually the part of the police department, but for a missing persons, it's, you know, it's a 15-minute drive to the morgue.
yeah. Okay, well, that's my next question then. Do you think I should go check the morgue? Maybe something came in recently, or...
You
I
can,
don't
yeah.
know.
I was actually going to ask you to go out and see if you can take another look where you found the hand.
I certainly can. I didn't see hardly anything else. I checked around the area before I left. I had to take down one of the wolves that was there picking at the thing, and the other one ran off clean scared. So, but I purposely left the wolf's body there because if I did have to go back, and if there is something out there
it'd be there.
that's eating stuff, there might be some kind of thing that's taking a bite, or the wolf might be missing. So,
Pretty good
That
plan, John. Gotta say.
Yeah.
If you want, take
Anyway.
yourself a walk on down to the morgue.
all right,
See if you can talk with Jamie.
I'll be in touch. Thank you, Sheriff.
Have a good one, John.
All right, well, just gonna walk outside and get some air real quick
All right.
before I head to my truck and. You know,
It's around noon. Colorado air is biting cold this morning.
Yep.
So you heading over to the morgue?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, it's about a 15-minute drive there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get my car and start driving that way.
Alrighty.
Get my truck.
Mm-hmm. You're Dodge man, right?
Yeah, it's a Dodge Ram.
We can't all be perfect, but try your best. Alright, so you make it to the morgue. Incredibly unremarkable building. Like,
Oh yeah.
featureless
I've-
building with a sign
I
next to the
probably
door.
have to come here like maybe once or twice, you know, animal
been-
attack or something like that. So.
Yeah, you've been here once or twice, and you find it amusing how just completely nondescript this building is.
Mhm.
So you walk inside. There's no one at the front desk, but that's usually the way it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, kind of look at the front desk.
You don't see-
Am I hearing any kind of noise coming from anywhere? Like anyone's in here?
Give me for you, let's say just for kicks to let me hear perception stuff. Roll 5 dice for me for a wits composure,
Okay.
which is I guess this
All right.
which is this system's version of a perception check.
Ooh. Okay. So that is 3 successes and one of them is a 10.
Okay, roll the 10 again.
All right. And that is a 5. All right. Cool.
5. Alright. Well, 3 successes. I mean, you've been here before, so you kind of have an idea. It's like, yo, usually if no one's at the front desk, someone's in the back. So you start walking back down the hall,
Yeah.
looking for Jamie.
Yep.
And heading back towards one of the main, I don't know what the main, like, business room, the workspace of a morgue is called. It has a specific name, but that place.
Okay.
And you hear sharp dressed shoes on cold tile. faintly, but
All right.
how do I settings notifications for 4 hours offset? Okay. So, yeah, you hear who you think is Jamie in the back. You gonna approach the back?
Am I gonna what?
You gonna head back into the back room all the way?
Oh yeah. I'll head back in the back room.
Push your way
Trying
through.
to figure out what I'm gonna say.
Cold. You're on the cold tile. Your boots kind of
Okay.
this low clump 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 clump. How can I help you?
Hey, Jimmy.
See
It's
a
kind of
man
what?
with red. You see an old, well-kept man with gray-red hair. And I look over his shoulder. Oh, hi, John. How you doing?
It's been a day so far. It's not even
Come on.
the afternoon yet.
Come on, John. Day just started.
I'm sorry?
Day just started,
Oh, I
John.
don't know. I don't work here.
Oh, I mean,
Um,
it's only like noon, 1 o'clock. Come on, John.
Well, excuse me.
Can I help you?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Um, how long have you lived here?
Lived here for a good 15 years, John.
All right. Well, this town's pretty small. Do you think you've probably met
Aye.
everyone here?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't get out much, but
Well.
in 15 years you tend to meet people.
Well, this morning, out
Right.
doing my regular rounds that I do every morning.
Having fun at your desk job.
No. I have a lot more fun out in the field.
Huh.
Anyway, routine checkup on a family. Got a kid who's scared about it. It's all something. I thought it was some kind of bear or wolf or something spooked him, But
Was this Kinnison's boy, the troublemaker?
Yeah, I mean he's not a bad kid.
Oh, so it's the Mark Kinnison.
Is that the name? I'm sorry,
No,
I don't
the
have
name
access.
the name of the boy that you talked with was Tanner Orman.
Tanner Orman. Okay, cool. No. It was a boy by the name of Tanner Orman.
Oh, Wilma's boy.
Yeah,
Ah.
the adventurous one.
Great, yeah.
Anyway.
So you
he
seeing
saw
monsters in the dark?
something. Yeah, apparently. I went to go check it out. Routine thing. Mother looked pretty spooked, so I might as well give her peace of mind at least looking at it. Well, I found a severed hand.
His kind of happy-go-lucky face hardens quickly. His eyes narrow. Severed hand, you say?
That was supposed to be in a damn rabbit hole. Found two wolves picking at it. And, well, I managed to inspect the hand after I got the wolves away from it, and do you know anyone recently around here or anywhere surrounding that has had some kind of party or get together or something like that?
Oh, John, I'm not exactly the popular partying type. I wouldn't know.
Well,
Did you go and talk to Nathan?
Oh, yes, I did. I'm actually here to check and see if that hand happens to match anybody here.
Oh, it's been admitted here. Oh no, I'm sorry, John. We haven't had anybody. I'm happy. I'm a happy man on the job. I haven't had anything interesting here. Any locals, any people. In
Do you
in
know
months.
anyone that has any kind of tattoo on their hand that says Chive on?
Oh no, God, that sounds like stuff from over from Grand Junction or the college kids, or from Denver.
Can I have, I don't know, I guess it would be some kind of, I don't want to say a history check, but it's knowledge of the area check to see if I recognize the area that he's talking about.
Oh, this is just general Colorado. You live in Colorado, dude. Grand Junction's
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
Grand Junction's off towards the west. It has, um,
What's up?
I heard a ringing. I thought it was from outside, but it's not.
Yeah, I think I heard it too, very faintly.
Oh, I think it's an alarm from your area, Josh.
Oh, okay.
Um, but no, this is something you know as a citizen of Colorado. Denver's off to
Okay.
the east of Colorado, flatlands. You know Denver.
Okay.
Denver's simple. Denver's big. Everyone knows Denver. Off to the west is Grand Junction. It's right on the border of Colorado, and I'm absolutely blanking. Wow. Yeah, it's on the very western end of Colorado, like
right.
right up against the border. And there's a university there. There's, if you head about an hour east, you hit a couple of really nice national parks.
How far is it away from where we are?
Where we are?
Yeah.
Both of them are about a 3-hour drive.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, you're in Burns, Colorado. This is a tiny Colorado rural town, dude. So if you were guessing, yeah, this is the hands seem to be from like a partying college student.
All right. Well, my kind of opened up my eyes a little wide to realize just how far this hand has had to have traveled.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so you're telling me that something like this would be over 3 hours away from where we are right now? That's what you're telling me.
Maybe. I don't know where these boys are coming from. Maybe he lived somewhere around here. I don't know. I ain't even seen the hand.
Do you want me to go ahead and bring you the hand? You
No
might take a
problem.
look at it.
Where is it now?
It's in the sheriff's office. He's keeping it sanctioned off part of one of the coolers. Keep it.
Well,
Keep it
I mean, I don't have who the hand belongs to. I couldn't tell you much except for the hand's dead. I honestly think
Yeah.
you did the right thing taking it to the sheriff first. Because this sounds like a missing persons case.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Okay. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to take some kind of drive today.
Right. Wish you good weather, John.
All right. If you hear anything coming through here, please either let the sheriff know or give me a call on the radio or something.
I think I'd be the one to let the sheriff know. I can do
Alright.
that for you.
Thank you so much. Sorry to ruin your day, but
no.
You have a good day.
Most exciting. I promise this is going to be the most exciting thing I've heard in probably weeks. Have a good one, John.
All right, you too.
So where are you going now?
Well,
So
I'm
you
gonna
have finished
go-
up
go-
your run at the morgue.
Mhm.
Jamie has no idea what you're talking about. Hasn't had anybody admitted.
Uh-huh.
You're starting to realize that
I
this
mean,
might
it-
be a
it-
little wider.
Might be a little what?
Might be just a little bit wider of a thing,
Yeah.
bigger than you thought.
Yeah, I mean that's why him giving me the description of the college, I kind of clicked on the light a little bit. So before I head out, I don't know, I might need to get a bite to eat or something like that before I make this 3-hour journey. So I'm gonna grab a quick bite somewhere around close.
Hold on. Why are you making a 3-hour journey?
Isn't that where the frickin' college is?
There's several colleges that are about 3 hours away from you, and you have no idea which one any of them came from.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I thought the
Right.
way that you described it, it seemed like there was like one college that is the closest to us is that one.
No, like you're in the mountains in like
Yeah.
the middle western of Colorado, and to the west you have a university, and to the east you have Denver. So you would
Oh,
have to
nice.
probably make several days worth of trips to even like start
Yeah.
talking to anybody, and that would be like several weeks of asking around.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna get my car and just kind of think
All right.
what the best action to do is, and in thinking that, I'm like, I need to get a damn bite to eat. So.
Okay. There's 3 places around town. It's still kind of morning-ish, but there's in the immediate area. There is an old-fashioned diner. One moment. A cozy little town diner called Meg's Pancake House.
Mhm.
You got I think a Jack in the Box and Mexican restaurant, I think.
All right.
Kevin, do you remember the restaurants? I remember there was the diner, there was the burger place.
I want to go to the burger place.
All right. All right, so it's about 1 when you get to the burger place.
Okay.
Go inside. Man by the big burly man behind the counter by the name of Bo runs the place. Couple of young kids next to him.
Afternoon, Bo.
Hey, John. What can I get you?
Just give me a cheeseburger and some fries, maybe a Coke or something.
Cheeseburger, fries, and Coke.
Thank you so much.
There's a couple people sitting in here. It's kind of cozy.
Yeah. Yeah, small town vibe. Totally.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, even though it's a Jack in the Box, kind of a small town vibe.
Oh, this is a Jack in the Box. Okay. Okay.
Kevin, did I say it was a Jack in the Box?
Just remember it was burgers.
Okay. So now we'll make it a small hole in the wall burger place, just to
Okay.
keep consistency of a small town vibe.
Bo's Burgers.
Bo's Burgers. Oh God.
That's okay. You know, just because I like, making sure I have my bearings straight, I guess I'm gonna kind of look around and see who's in the diner.
Slow day. There's only like 1 or 2 other people in here.
Yeah.
You get your burger pretty Ricky Tick. It's nice
Yeah,
and fresh,
all
nice
right.
and hot.
Thank you, Bo.
No problem, John.
Gonna make my day.
Good to make it early, I guess. All right, so tell me, what's your plan here? You just trying to get your belly full?
Yeah, just trying to get my belly full. I really don't know what my next plan of action is right now. Just because, kind of hit a dead end with the hand at the moment. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to pursue this anymore today or wait till tomorrow or something to
Right
make
on.
more time to do it because I still have my duties.
You do.
know?
You spend some time chewing on your burger. There is a jukebox in the place, but no one's putting any money into it. So the place is just kind of quiet, and you hear the sounds of an idle kitchen.
Uh-huh.
In the middle of your meal, you hear your phone start buzzing in your pocket.
For my phone. Who's it from?
You see Sheriff.
Oh, I
On
answered
call
that
ID.
immediately. Swallow my food. Hello, Sheriff.
Hey, John.
What you got for me?
Nothing much, just the start of things. Process the hand into evidence. See if we can put out any kind of calling people on and off all morning since you came. We're gonna see if we can put out a missing persons report.
All right. Well,
Gonna be definitely vague, so it'll maybe take us a couple weeks.
yeah. Well, I talked to Jamie, and he said that the hand's definitely probably from one of them college kids up in.
Jamie didn't.
Any town
Jamie
or
said he
college.
didn't have. It wasn't from anybody in the morgue. No one's been admitted
No.
recently.
Nope. Not a one. That doesn't really help us, but at least he told me that that Chive On is probably from one of those college kids. So if that helps narrow down any kind of search, You know.
Hell kind of words they make up these.
Kids will be kids, I guess.
College kids will be stupid.
Well,
Anyway,
Warner,
my hunch was right. More of a missing persons report.
Yeah.
We'll get things working on our end. John, you can go ahead and
Alright.
head home for the day. We'll see if we can get something like a search party going in a couple of days.
all right. Well, I'm gonna if it's all the same, I'm gonna finish my rounds and then head home after I'm getting a quick bite to eat, and I'm gonna do my rounds. And head
Sounds
home
about
for the
right.
day. All right. Thank you, Sheriff.
Have a good one, John.
You too. Click, click.
Well,
Yes, sir.
Bo. Oh, you talking to somebody there?
No, I'm good. I'm just I'm just
Okay.
waiting.
Hey, John. Bo.
Yes, sir.
What you got going on the phone there, John?
Oh man, I don't want to spook nobody.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on, John. There's nothing going on in this tiny town. Anything more than anything's interesting.
You craving some gossip, aren't you?
Big. He's a pretty big burly guy. He's got
Yeah,
a
I
bit of
know.
a beard. He's just kind of this big grin. Yeah, come on, John. It ain't gossip. Gossiping's for city women. Come on, John.
Come on, man. All right. Well, I found a hand today.
Fuck right off, John.
Nah.
No,
I
John.
am.
Don't you be lying to my face, John.
Would I lie to you? Bo, I've been coming to this diner off and on since I got here. I'm not gonna lie to someone who's making my burger.
On a severed hand, no fooling.
Yeah, some college kid's hand or something. Got stupid ass tattoo called Chivon on there.
You see one of the teenagers kind of look over, interested, little bit of their lingo peeking his ear.
Can I see that?
Yeah, you can probably see that. Like
kinda
everyone, like
turned.
anybody in the place. Like as soon as you said sever hand, you had everyone else's
Yeah.
attention in the place.
I kind of look around and like, hey, we don't know nothing right now. Don't need a panic going on here. It's probably just some wolf or something.
What if we've got our own serial killer?
You want to
Oh.
repeat a Fargo or something?
Fargo.
Eh. I'm-
That TV show?
Either that or the movie, man. Movie's been, I don't know. I might come from the city, but at least I have my fair share of movies, you know?
That's okay, John. We forgive you.
Yeah.
No fool.
Anyway,
Severed hand.
can I walk over to the teenager that kind of jumped up a little bit?
Where were you sitting? Were you like sitting at the counter on a stool?
Yeah. I was figuring there was some kind of like counter bar kind of situation going on.
Since there's nothing going on, honestly, they've walked over to you, like
Oh,
on the other
okay,
side
I
of the
gotcha.
counter from you.
I got you. All right then. Well, I asked him if he recognizes those two words together. I'm gonna kind of be obvious with my questioning, you know.
You want to know what Chivon means?
Yeah, I very much would.
It's like it's party lingo, you know. Living life for fullest while we're young, you know.
Anybody ever party so much they lose their damn hand?
I mean, I've heard people partying so much they lose their mind, but never like actual hand. I mean, maybe like somewhere like crazy parties in Miami or LA, maybe it happened like once or twice, but I mean, come on, Mr. John.
All right then.
Come on, Ranger. This is Burns, Colorado.
I know. So when something like this happens, we're crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is fucking nuts, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Anyway, I probably got to get going.
You see Bo kind of walk over to the cash register, start ringing stuff up. Brings you your check, or brings you your.
Okay.
Kind of slides it over to you.
I'm gonna go ahead and put whatever it is on there plus an $8 tip on there.
It's like an $8 burger and fries, and an $8 tip.
Well, then I'm gonna give him a $5 tip then.
There you go. He kind of looks with a big happy grin.
As
Just
I
looking at a little
slip
puppy.
him the tip, be like, all right. If you hear anything at all about somebody maybe missing or some crazy party shenanigans or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
you let me know, all right?
I'll let somebody know, John. We'll see if we can get it back around to you.
All right. You have a good day here.
Have a good one.
All right.
Hey, keep us all safe, John. Can't have a serial killer wandering around.
Well, you'll be the
And
first
like
to know.
everybody in the there's a couple snickers from the rest of the place. But they're good. They're good natured. They're not making fun of you. It's just this is exciting. This is funny. This is cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you're on your way out. Where are you headed next?
Finish my rounds, I guess.
Finish your rounds? All right. So you spend the next couple of hours just making rounds around the place. Are you going to start at a place you haven't checked yet? Or are you going to drive
I'm gonna start where I had left off before I got the because I did a little bit of my rounds before I went to go check on the family. So I'm
right.
gonna
So
start there and
so like by your place, by the Jackson
Yeah.
place, by Jack's place.
Yeah.
Cool.
Somewhere
Okay.
around there.
Yeah, you drive around there. Familiar bumpy road to your place near some of your neighbors. Kind of a calm, nippy morning. As you're driving back, you hear a distant shotgun shell. Someone's out hunting.
All right.
And you spend the next couple hours searching. All right. Gene, on to you.
Yes.
Your head's feeling much better. You've woken up from your nap, your interesting dream. You're hungry. And last we left off, you were heading into town with, oh, what was his name? There was,
Jack.
There was Jack, and then there was one other person.
Was it
Oh.
Eric?
Yeah, actually, yes, it was Eric. Drop file. Let me see if I can properly journal this. P, faces in P. Cool. Yeah, you, Jackson, and Carmack are heading into town. For first name basis. You, Gene, Jack, and Eric are heading into town. And you stop at a burger, and you're heading to the burger joint. You were craving yourself a tasty burger.
Burger.
So you pull up to a place you've been to. You've been to this place before. And this place has pretty good burgers. It's called Bo's Burgers. And y'all pile your way out of Jack's Jeep, and y'all start walking inside. It's a tiny, cozy little hole-in-the-wall burger place. You like it. It's got a rural America charm that, coming from the city, you find like just downright therapeutic. You see, the big burly man behind the counter, Bo himself. His couple of kids, teenagers from around town working with him. There's another man sitting at the counter, kind of an older man. And they're all kind of talking. And as y'all walk in, Bo looks over and kind of gives y'all a smile. Howdy, Jack. Howdy, Eric. Howdy, Jack's friend. And points at you.
Howdy, Bo. Nice to see you again. I've been here once, I think, a long time ago.
Yeah, I remember you. You're a city boy. How you doing,
Yeah, I
Jack?
sure am.
Doing pretty good, Bo. How you? Exciting today. John was in here earlier. No kidding. No. Said he was out doing rounds, found himself a severed hand. Jack kind of, huffs as he sits down at the counter. Eric sits next to him. Are you gonna sit as well?
Yeah, I'll sit in, what is this, a booth?
This is
Like
the
a diner type thing?
This is the counter, like the bar top.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. I'll take a seat. So, I'll just have a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger. Eric orders something simple, just like a chicken sandwich, and the chocolate shake. Jack asks for a beer. Bo laughs, tells him he can't have a beer. So Jack ends up just ordering a double bacon cheeseburger with grilled onion. So the kitchen slowly sizzles to life. The teenagers seem really interested in the conversation. Bo and one of the old men at the end of the counter, sitting next to you, actually, Gene, is talking about the severed hand.
So, the man Bo was referring to is sitting next to me
Yes.
and
So-
talking to Bo.
So there's like
about the
five.
severed
Yeah,
hand.
there's 5 seats on the counter. On the very far left is Eric, then Jack, then you, then this old man, then an empty seat.
Okay. I'm gonna try to keep to myself, just listen in for a little bit.
I'm telling you, Bo. There's strange things going on in this town.
Oh, come on, man. Don't be unruly, old man. Have you been on your medication like Doc says you're supposed to be in?
Don't give me that shit. I don't have time for it. First there was all the weird noises on the radio. Then we got freaky serial killers wandering around. Pretty soon, the government's gonna come in. They're gonna take everyone. They're gonna silence the whole thing. I could smell it.
Oh man, you need to calm down. All they found was a simple city slicker's hand. Thankfully removed from the poor fucker's body. That's about it. Conversation goes on for a bit.
And word gets around fast.
I interject a little bit. I just ask, so, was this anywhere close to Burns, or where exactly did this happen?
Who are you asking? Just like either of them?
I'm just interjecting Bo and John, I guess. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, was this close to where we are right now?
Yeah. Bo kind of huffs a bit. Yeah. John said he found it over by Jackson's place. Says 2 wolves were trying to dig at it.
Question to GM. Did I have any interactions with wolves? It was just the deer, right, that I was trying to shoot?
Yes, it was just the deer you're trying to shoot.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know anything about that.
So I look at Gene or Jack, and I just ask him, "Hey, Jack, where
Huh?
was that radio tower located again?"
About 45 minutes north of town. About 30 from my place.
Huh. No, this wouldn't by any chance have anything to do with that region, would it? I sort of look over to, John and Bo, try to just sort of like a innocent curiosity type feel.
Yeah, this ain't under any kind of stress. Or unless you're like trying to pry, are you like trying to pry a specific type of information out? Or are you trying to do something specific? Or are you just like, yeah, what are you
Well,
trying to do?
I mean, I think this sort of thing, would obviously sort of interest my character. Curiosity is his vice.
So you're trying to, are you,
So
Wait a minute.
I'm basically just trying to put myself in the conversation, get some information, But
Yeah.
at this point, it's just a sort of innocent curiosity type thing. I'm not really thinking too much of it.
Right. So this is just like standard conversation. This isn't you trying to press for anything.
Yeah. Just trying to, make small talk.
All right. Conversation carries on for a little bit. It's close-ish. It's not terribly far, but it's about 20 to 25 minutes from where you were hunting as Jack and Bo kind of sit there and they bicker back and forth over semantics, over, exact positioning on a map and bullshit. And Bo's trying to go off of landmarks and time, and Jack actually knows the area topographically, or more like he's reading a map. So they're bickering about exact location and bullshit. But it's about 20 minutes from where y'all were.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. Wait a minute. You spent like 45 minutes walking. My time's getting loopy here. It'd be about an hour and a half from your place.
Okay, so basically, now is John there with us, or has he left?
Oh no,
So
John's been gone for hours now.
Okay, so it's just Bo, right.
Just Bo, the teenagers, the old man, Jack, and
I tried, but apparently I got there before y'all did. So.
you did.
Well, I'm gonna basically. So I look at Bo and I say, "Hey, I'm sort of doing my own little independent research around town. Spending some time here with my friend Jack, and I was just curious if you happen to know if I can contact this John fellow about maybe talk about this incident. It doesn't seem like it's common in a small town like Burns."
I know he's out doing rounds right now. Maybe later this evening. Jack's like, yeah, later this evening we can probably give him a call.
Oh, you actually know him, Jack?
Yeah, he's just up the road to me. He's technically my next door neighbor.
Oh, that's good. By the way, just out of curiosity, do you know if these sorts of things are normal to happen around Burns? Severed hands and whatnot showing up?
Jack just kind of scoffs. Bo chuckles a bit. The old man makes a strange, old man scoffing noise. Jack just kind of leans in. Gene, the reason this place is nice is the fact that nothing ever fucking happens around here. So
Well,
no,
that
this
much
is
I
definitely
gathered.
this is definitely new and exciting for us.
Well, I may be a city boy, but it's pretty exciting for me too. Not many severed hands around where I come from either. So I basically try to finish up my burger. I'm just super hungry. I'm over the headache, right?
You're totally over the headache, dude. And like this food tastes good. This is really good.
So as I'm finishing the burger, I sort of look up at Bo and say, "Hey, Bo, answer me this. Do you by any chance know of any? I mean, I'm sure there's several, but perhaps a biker bar around town, maybe in the outskirts somewhere, maybe somebody where the owner was like a really large. I know there's a lot of bikers that fit this description, but really tall, large, big beard, long hair. Do you happen to know anything about that?
No, there's no biker bars around here. I mean,
Huh.
closest biker bar I can think of is either over by, over up north at Oak Creek or to the southwest over at Glenwood.
Okay.
No, nothing here in
So-
Burns.
I sort of discreetly just finish up my burger and then sort of take out my notepad. I'm gonna write some notes.
Alright. You finish your burger, tasty. Chew up the rest of your fries, tasty. Do you have a drink?
Sure, I'll have a beer.
They don't have beers. It's a nice
They
burger
don't have
place.
beers?
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
bar in
right.
Burns, but this is not the bar.
No, I'll just have a Pepsi.
No, we don't got Pepsi, we got Coke.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you had a Coca-Cola.
All right.
Yeah, so I guess I don't were there any kind of note do I have to is there something in your notes that you want me to know, or is this just you taking notes for yourself?
I'm taking notes of the two biker bars near town.
Okay.
You said one north,
North?
and one south, right?
Yeah, north at Oak Creek and southwest at Glenwood Springs.
Gotcha. So yeah, pretty much just finish the burger, finish eating, and look over to Jack. All right, Jack, I'm feeling a lot better. So whenever you're good, I'm set to go. But if you want, we can stick around.
He finishes up. As you turn to say this, and you look over and you see Jack like topping up his drink, and he kind of sets it down on the bar. Just belches loud. Kind of looks over you with a smile. Good timing. I say it's about time we go.
Sounds good.
What about you, Jackson? Yeah, I'm good to go. All right, set out. The three of y'all get out and leave. So yeah, you guys exit the bar and you're piling back into the Jeep. Anything you'd like to interject? Anything you'd like to look for, notice, etc.? Anything you'd like to do?
Not really. I think Gene probably just wants to get back and get this investigation going. Maybe try going over to the radio tower, perhaps maybe tracking down John, have a talk with him.
All right.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt. Can you guys give me I gotta leave for 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Sure.
I'll still be in the call, but I won't be able to for 5 minutes. Okay.
By the way, Knox, do you want to check out Discord again? Because there's just one thing bugging me right now is the fact that Google Hangouts doesn't have push to talk,
Yes.
and it also doesn't have the voice sensitivity thing. Because on Discord, I don't even need push to talk. My fan doesn't trigger my mic.
Right. Let me see. Yeah, hop onto Discord real quick.
All right. Well, we'll probably have to wait for.
No,
Josh here.
Yeah, I'll send him a Google Hangout message.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna call you.
Yeah, we can do There we go. Hey.
Hello?
Nice. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, I'm gonna have to snip this part out.
Let me just test. Let me test screen share.
Cool.
Nice.
Everyone can share their screen. That's super neat.
All right, cool.
Nice.
That'll come in handy for sure. So yeah, I mean, I would say Gene is pretty intrigued with this severed hand thing. Well, I mean, with the way he is, his personality, anything piques his interest. You know, he's a very curious man. I know we talked already about not really utilizing the whole vice virtue thing too much for beats, but would that garner a beat?
Not yet.
Trying to interject into the conversation
Not
for that.
Not that. No, you didn't interject.
Okay.
You didn't try to like just deliberately bend and manipulate people. For
Yeah, it wasn't really very effort.
Yeah,
heavy.
It was definitely a conversational thing.
Yeah.
Now, what it sounds like what you want to do is coming up.
I was just thinking of like opportunities for my vice and virtue, not even for the beat itself, but just because it's something I'm trying to practice at.
Yeah.
I like the vice virtue stuff, but I just always kind of forget about it, you know.
See, well, I think as a vice, it might be more. Hold on, let me see. Did I?
For me, it's always just been mostly like a guide for how to portray my character. It's never been like a gamey thing where I'm trying to game,
Right.
you know. Yeah.
Right.
So generous and curious, I just keep that in my head. Like, oh, okay, I have to act like this. You know, I have to portray these things.
Okay. So you have a few options. Jack already told you that you'd probably want to wait until John was done, working. Like, call him this evening.
So I'm thinking probably try to go up to that radio tower.
All right.
So just on off here real quick. What was your intention? Were you trying to get like John and I together quick, or
No.
maybe?
I wanted
Okay,
to.
so-
This has been slow world building.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's you guys seem to be. No, like I was hoping Josh was there several hours before you. Then it was going to pass. Going to be your recovery. And then you were going to make it back into town. And since this is a small town, everyone talks. This is why it feels like y'all were supposed to meet, but you didn't, because that's how small towns work. Everyone
Yeah.
misses each other by that much, casually.
Yeah, I noticed that. As a city boy in real life, I appreciate that sort of thing.
No, like that's why everyone's been referring to folks by first name, because everyone knows these. Like in a tiny town like this, everyone knows everybody by first name. All the gossip gets around really quickly. Everyone knows stuff. That's why Bo was so interested in me. Like, yo, hey, so this place is boring. Tell me what's up.
Yeah, I really liked Bo's the way you did Bo.
Right. But the thing about your vice, going back to that, is I think your vice usually rewards you whenever it impedes you, or whenever you're in a situation where you can let your vice. Well, anyway,
Well, no, I think technically it would just be since it is a vice. First of all, it's not as powerful as virtue.
bingo.
Virtue, I think you actually get all your willpower back, or 4. I think it might be 4 points.
All.
Of it. Okay, that's the new willpower.
If you do an action that.
But the thing about
usually
those,
about the virtue is it's supposed to, if you live up to your virtue, it's good, but like a guaranteed way to get it is if your virtue causes you an inconvenience.
it's basically like getting benefits from either is if you're doing them at the sacrifice of something else. So you're actually putting them above something else that's going to cause problems for you.
In a sentence, virtue provides its bonuses whenever you're being selfless. Vices provide bonuses when you're being selfish.
Yes, but both have their drawbacks.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So it sounds like you have two options from the sound of it because Jack ruled out your third one. You can head back to the house, do some research for a bit, or you can see if you can drive straight to the radio tower. Jack kind of looks over at you. He's like, "What you want to do, Gene?"
Thinking I've had enough rest. I think I want to go to the radio tower.
All right. It's about an hour and a half to the radio tower, which since you got into town around, let's say 3:30, around 5, you make it to the radio tower. It's a bumpy road. You can kind of see it as you're meandering through a vehicle trail. It's on a slight raised rock formation that's nice and flattened for proper telecommunications use. There's not that many trees around it, so you can kind of peek through and get a very good view of rocks and kind of like the natural platform that the radio setup is on. Several large antennas, a couple of small maintenance stations. Not quite a full building, but small concrete structures or small metal structures around it.
All right. So
as you're bumping along the trail, there's a small gate that Jack parks the Jeep about 50 feet in front of. And he hops out. All right. I don't know what you were wanting to look around here for, Gene, but it's an interesting enough, and the place is nice, so what are we out here for?
well, as I recall, you seemed to mention something about how anything going on with the radios would sort of come back to here, this tower. Is that right?
I don't know about the tower. I know that I know this is where radio signals are relayed from. But as for the signal itself, I mean, all I know is around where we live, the signal's strange. Do you want to check anything?
So do I notice anything out of the ordinary, or maybe, I don't know, markings, any sort of...
I think it's about time to roll for something. Seems like something you'd have to...
So I'm going to make like a concerted effort to just give it a good once-over. Look real close, you know?
Would that be more...
Well, I would say that's probably an investigation roll, just because I'm trying to investigate, you know, or find anything. It's not so much
Right.
like a passive perception. It could be an active perception.
No, yeah, this is
that
like
be
you actively
intelligence?
trying to look around to see if something's off about the...
Yeah. So would that be intelligence plus composure instead of wits?
I'd see it'd be... Honestly, this would probably be I'm gonna say intelligence... I want to say computer or investigation. But it's not really
Well,
computer.
I think if you're talking like I'm trying to understand the machinery of the tower itself, that's one thing. But right now, I'm just trying to, you know, notice anything out of the ordinary. Look for strange footprints, maybe any like substance, any liquid, like blood or anything.
Oh.
Or markings, you know, just anything out of the ordinary.
Well, I think that'd be more investigation.
Okay, so investigation plus intelligence. Now you could say that perhaps, you know, given my lack of knowledge with this sort of machinery or, you know, radios in general,
Mhm.
I could have penalties for that.
Yeah, I think that would be the case. So give me intelligence plus investigation with a -2.
So that'll be 3.
3.
All right.
The ground is made of gravel. So it's not really easy to discern footprints. There does seem to be a bag of tools left near one of the metal strong boxes. One of the electric boxes.
So there's a bag of tools near a metal electric box, you said?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna shuffle through them. What do I see?
They are on the other side of the fence.
Oh, so we're still on the.
You're still on the
We
outside of the
haven't
fence.
gotten past the
You have
gate.
not,
I
no.
say, I look over to Jack. Say, hey, Jack. You mind if I try either getting over this thing or trying opening this gate? That
Go
is
ahead
that
and
all right?
take a shot if you want. I mean,
All right.
no one's
So
around here to give a damn. Just don't break anything.
I try actually opening the gate first, obviously.
There is a padlock and some
So
chain closing it.
I look up towards the top.
Mhm.
Do I notice barbed wire or
No
anything?
barbed wire.
Can I make an athletics plus, what would this be, dexterity?
It has
Try
to
to
be dex
get over it?
athletic. It has to be dex athletics.
So that's going to be 2 minus 1, because I obviously I'm not athletic. 1, but
You
it's
want,
not
you
a
can
chance
spend-
roll.
I was about to say, if you want, you can spend a willpower.
And I will spend a willpower, so
Okay.
that'll be 4.
4. Timing the.
Well, that's a shame. I sort of slip as I go, and I'm just sort of like, oh, god damn it.
Yep. Start trying to climb the fence. Stumble. Like make an awkward mess of yourself, and not happening.
I sort of just take a peek at Jack to see if he noticed.
He's got his big handlebar mustache is grinning.
Yeah, well, I guess I deserve that. So I'm
Want me to
gonna.
give you a hand there, shitty boy?
You know what? Let me just walk around this place, see if I can find any holes.
All
That's what I
right.
do next.
There's you walk around the deal. There's enough space where you can comfortably walk and not have to worry about sliding down the rocks. It's not even that sheer of a rock face around it. There aren't any holes. You look around, and there was a place where the hole would have been, like the links would have been enough where you could kind of like pull them aside and crawl under, even for your size. But it has been, someone has taken, like hardened maintenance cable and kind of wrapped it and tied it back to the pole.
So I look through my tools, or just, in my pockets and stuff. I probably have like a multi-tool. Was that something I had mentioned that I had?
Um,
Or probably just a pocket knife,
hold on. Let me check your. Okay,
Yeah,
one
I'm pretty
second.
sure we defined a
I actually have, I think, your stuff. In your bug out bag, you have a small amount of survival kit and a multi-tool and a first aid kit.
So
But
on my
that is-
person, I still have the jacket, right?
still have
From
the
when I
jacket?
was
You still have the jacket?
trying to hunt.
Do you still have your gun on you?
Probably my revolver is always with me,
Cool.
just because it's like conceal carry, and
Yes.
I probably would have that jacket on me, and that jacket had quite a few things for hunting, so pretty sure I'd have a knife.
Okay. Yeah, you do have a knife.
So if I were to try to maybe do like a crafts, I guess it would still be dexterity, to maybe take this part that's already a little bit weak and remove the reinforced part.
Okay.
Okay, would I take any penalties for that?
It's a hardened. It's a pretty tough cable. Like it's pretty tough plastic. You could probably get through it with some luck.
Huh. Okay, so what
we're
is
gonna,
that? Minus
I
one?
want to shot at this as an
You know, now that I think about it, with just a knife, you're not getting through, reinforced cable or even fence wire, I don't think. You would need like pliers.
Yeah.
So I take a look at it, I sort of put my knife back in my thing, and I sort of go back, and I strategically wait until Jack is feeling serene and relaxed in his Jeep. That's where he is, right? He's just
yeah.
sitting down. And then I take my revolver out and I shoot the padlock. I want to scare this guy. He's been making fun of me too much, god damn it.
Okay. Roll. Are you putting the
I'm putting it right up against the padlock.
right up against the padlock? Okay, Kevin,
Yeah.
roll me a damage roll.
That would just be firearms plus dex
Dex, firearms,
plus the gun.
plus mod.
2.
Yeah.
I was about to say, do I still have a shotgun with me in the Jeep? Because I think in real life, in movies and games, you could probably shoot with a revolver at a padlock and it would open, but
You've already committed to this.
yeah.
What's your
I
damage
suppose.
roll? Hold on.
Well, here, let's just say like this. If I haven't rolled yet, I can still sort of like
That's true.
decide what I'm
But
doing.
no, the shotguns are back at the house.
So I'm going to go for it. So that'll be 2. That'll be 5. Just rolling 5 then?
Yep.
All right. What's the durability of a padlock?
Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, there's actual rules for this stuff if we want to do it proper.
Okay, yeah, it's fine.
So,
See if you can
let me
find
check
this.
it
I'm
out.
gonna go grab my rule book.
Okay.
Hello, big beautiful book.
Yes.
Hmm.
Hey, would it be under doors?
I'm just trying to find something that would be similar. So,
I had an integrity in mind.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you put the revolver up against this thing and squeeze. Um. Are you pushing the muzzle against?
Yeah, basically right, like on the padlock
You're
itself.
touching it.
Yeah.
All right.
Want to make sure I don't miss.
You hit it, and you watch as the lock jerks powerfully. Roll a chance die and take a bashing point.
Gotcha.
Because you muzzle touching this thing. Okay, cool. That's good. Cool. So
Not a failure.
as you shoot it and you watch the lock jerk, and there's a big, nasty gash in it, but the shock and the muzzle touching the thing and then having the revolver, almost. You get the idea that muzzle touching this thing was not a good idea because some of the surrounding gases escape.
Near my hand?
No. But shooting this padlock this close almost broke the gun. It jerking in your hand and everything around the gun. I don't even know if this is actually how this would work. I just know that most people don't.
So
muzzle
probably
touch.
I shouldn't be.
You don't
I guess that's.
try not to shoot metal that close.
I guess that's why like certain shotguns have muzzle apparatus like specifically made for like sticking it onto the hinges of a door.
Yeah.
Like I've seen those, right, with the spikes.
Yes. Also, shotguns have a lot more smash to them. This is a tiny pistol. This is a single small piece of metal trying to break through a tougher piece of metal.
Yeah.
So you're lucky your revolver didn't like break.
All right. So basically, like, ouch.
Yeah.
I shake it off. I put away my revolver.
Um,
I'm gonna
the
go
lock
back
the
to.
lock is almost completely broken. Like you're seeing that if you maybe take another shot at it, it will break.
Well, I mean, I've done this in real life where I've had to, basically, I lost the keys to my padlock and I've had to just take like, like a chisel and a hammer. Like if, I've done this before where if you position it correctly, you just give it like one good smack, it will jam, like it will basically like the lock part will basically like yank out from the padlock.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is I want to go back to Jack and say, hey, Jack, you got anything like a crowbar or anything just strong that I can hit this thing with?
No. And what the hell are you doing?
I really want to get in this place. You haven't noticed yet. I'm that curious.
Yeah, I know you're that curious, Gene. It almost got you shot, but I mean, this is just a lock instead of an old man with a gun, so I guess give it a shot.
All right. 4 damage.
Yeah, you watch. You don't quite get as close. You pow. You shoot your revolver, hits the lock, and the lock, jerks, falls to the ground. Watches an interesting piece kind of like flies off, but no, the chain loosens a little bit as the lock is no longer holding it tight. And
So
it is now an unlocked, but still chained gate.
So I take the arch of the padlock. I'm assuming it's still hanging there, and I just like remove it, and then I remove the chains and open the gate.
Alrighty.
So I get closer to the stash of tools, and I just take a look inside and see what I see.
Give me an intelligence crafts. Where's Josh?
Two successes.
You see what you can guess is standard electrician's tool. You don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Cool.
They
The
have-
bag, is it placed in a way? I'm assuming. I mean, it's outside. It's probably. I try to piece it together in my head, like, what would this? Excuse me. Is it like just placed in a way where somebody left in a hurry? How is it? Is it just sitting there closed?
It's closed.
Obviously,
And
I'm
it's just
asking
kinda-
how,
and it's-
how
and
I
it's-
found it first. You know, because
it's-
I've already
and
looked through it.
It's closed. It's slightly covered, just to keep the rain out. From what you can gather, there's almost like a little bitty tarp that was tied around over the bag.
All right.
And yeah, it's just sitting like pressed up against the wall, looking like it belongs there, next to this little next to the electric box.
So the way I think about this, I could be wrong, but I'm thinking like, if this bag is already out here and it's just slightly covered, there's probably been frequent attempts at maintenance, or maybe something similar. You know.
Sorry about that, guys.
Hey,
Hey,
Josh.
welcome back.
Hey, I'm back in my
Um,
house. Sorry about all that.
Hey, no, man, it's your car, dude.
I'm all home and everything.
Coolio.
All right. Cool.
Also, I picked up Atomic Blonde and Wind River at the same time while I was waiting.
Nice. Yeah, Fing.
So, what else had I noticed from my investigation roll?
Ah, God! What the fuck, Michael?
What do you
Scared
do?
the shit out of me. Sorry, I didn't know he was there. I had my headphones on.
All right. From the rest, yeah, from that investigation roll, yeah, you notice that the tools, are there. They're covered. Someone might come and work on. There might be, frequent maintenance happening on this. It doesn't seem like part of you're like, if they're leaving their tools here and they're covering them, and you notice after a little bit of looking that there is a tag. Kind of like in the little card slot, there's a laminated little card. It said, property of government organization.
Hmm.
So it seems to strike you as a bag of tools that's like left here for maintenance.
Okay, so I look around the rest of the actual tower, take a closer look now that I'm inside. What's it look like?
It's fairly open. There's one tiny concrete covered building. Basically saying intruders stay out, property of, state of Colorado. Mostly gravel. There's a small concrete walkway, kind of thin, one person wide, just kind of going in between a couple of different boxes. Nothing seems to be disturbed with the towers. You see bits of what you think are like electrical worker and electrician. There's some different colored tapes, some sharpied markings over various things. Seems all like in place. Nothing's out of place here.
I look over to Jack and I just sort of wave to him. Hey, Jack, can you come over here real quick?
Kind of looks over. You see him like unbuckle, get out of the Jeep, and start walking over. Can I help you? What are you doing, Gene?
Yeah, I've just been looking around and I don't know much about this stuff, but I just had an idea. Do you know of anything we could do to maybe heighten the sensitivity of this tower? I guess maybe we could pick up a bit clearer on the ham radio. Well, maybe I don't know if you would know
Shit, Gene.
how to work any of this stuff.
I mean, this is breaking and entering's one thing. I don't mind kind of stepping onto land we're not supposed to. This is actually tampering. Like this will get the authorities on us. I ain't helping you mess with the tower. I'm not good enough. I can barely work my damn set in the garage. I'm not gonna fuck the surrounding several dozen miles.
Yeah, you know what? I guess you're right. Thanks for keeping me on track. I can sometimes sort of lose control of my own curiosity.
That's why I'm here, Gene.
So basically, I take a look at the bag.
Funny
Oh,
watching
go
you
ahead.
fuck up shooting the lock, though.
Yeah, not the first time, won't be the last. So I take a look at the bag, and you said there was a laminated card, like an employee card.
Yeah.
So I take note of who the person is that's been doing the maintenance.
Do you want to write the notes down physically, or do you want to take a picture with your phone?
I'll just take a snap.
Okay.
My phone.
All right. Mark that. I guess you can mark that down in your character sheet notes.
So you have a name or something, or just
Uh,
say
no, it's there's not a name.
okay.
It just says, tools, property of. I don't actually know who maintains electrical facilities. Need to look that up.
Gotcha. I just put here picture of employee card, radio tower maintenance.
Yeah. Good.
All right. So I take a snap. I look at Jack. Hey, you know what? I guess we can go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find anything more.
Right on.
Sure, I'm going to try to talk to this guy later, though.
All right. And about this time, yeah, it's getting to be around 5, 6, 6:30, and in November in Colorado, it's starting to get dark.
Cool.
Rounds are almost done. Well, it sounds like you're on the way back to Jack's place.
Yeah.
Casa de Carmack. All right. Fingler, mark yourself an extra beat
Sweet.
and restore 1 willpower.
Beats butt.
Sweet. All right.
No, you played your vice, dude. You trespassed onto federal property.
Yep, that's right.
to creep a
Oh
leap.
my god, a good job.
Okay, so
So wait a minute. Just because I haven't been writing these down, I was at what 2 from
you
before?
were at 2 before, so now you're at 4. Josh,
I'm at 4?
you're at 3.
Okay.
Okay. I was at 4, but
Wait, you were?
I used 1 willpower the
No,
other
no,
day.
no. I'm talking experience beats.
Oh, you never told me what my experience.
Oh, I'll calculate in it
Okay.
at the end of this. Okay, so as you're driving on the way back, did you leave Fingler?
Well, I pressed backspace on my keyboard, and I have a
Oh,
add-on that makes it go back the
yeah.
page.
Right.
Just gotta turn that off.
So as you're driving back, lights on. You're kind of looking over stuff in your phone, Gene.
Mind your own goddamn business, Gene. Sorry.
You see Jack kind of pull out his phone and boop, 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 boop. Put it up to his phone. John, your rounds have finished, and you are back at home.
Awesome.
Kind of kicking off your shoes, watching a bit of TV. Actually, no, you're playing on your game station. And you're thinking about doing dinner.
Yep.
Your phone on the couch next to you starts ringing.
Shit. What is it now?
You look on the caller ID, and you see good old Jack.
Kind of like, what the hell is Jack?
You know
want?
Jack. Jack's your neighbor. Jack's the
Yeah.
guy with the Jack
I
in the
know,
bottle.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, what the hell would Jack want right now? All right. Well, I answer the phone.
Hey, John.
Hey, Jack, how you doing?
Doing damn good. Got a friend of mine from town, and he's he comes over from Grand Junction. He's over in town.
Oh, city boy, huh?
City boy. He's a good city
Alright.
boy, though. He's out here
Well-
learning how to drink and shoot guns. So he can't
I
be all
mean,
bad.
I had
Right.
to do it, you know?
Yeah. Well, John, I have to say it's been a bit of time since you've been over to the house.
That is very true.
See, me, Jackson, and my buddy Gene here, we heard some interesting news that you found something exciting on your rounds.
God damn.
Now, before you get
Ordnance
mad,
Towers.
you know word travels fast in this tiny town. Bo's good people, so that
Yeah.
you can't blame him. So come on over. We'll drink, if you haven't had any dinner yet, we'll make some food. We can sit down and talk all nice and family like.
Kind of look around me, look at what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll leave here in a minute.
All right, we're about 10 minutes out, so
All right. How far is Jack's house away from me?
it's about 15 minutes up the road.
All right. Well, then I'll go ahead and get leave now so I can meet them about.
All right.
All right. I'll see you here in a bit.
See you shortly.
All right. Put on my jacket. Put on my coat. I'm not gonna take my. I'm not gonna take my sniper rifle or anything, but I'll take my concealed carry.
Okay.
Hello.
So yours was a. Oh, I know what yours was. Yeah, son. uh. All right, so Gene, you, Jack, and Eric pull up. Jack hops out, opens up garage, drives the Jeep in, and y'all all pile out. And Jack says, "Go on inside. I'm gonna put the blanket on the girl."
Sounds good. So I wait in the living room. I just sit down on the couch.
Cool. Gene walks, no, Jack walks in, kind of shakes himself, shakes his jacket a bit, takes it off, puts it in the coat closet. Actually, no, puts it on the back of one of the chairs in the living room. So, oh shit, I didn't move you around to the diner. I'm a bad DM. Okay, so everybody, actually, Josh, you can now jump into Roll20.
Oh, okay. Roly poly 20. Ain't nothing special. Son. Where the fuck is 32? Okay. Okay, join the game.
Pebble.
Dude. Pepis.
Oh, look, you can take your Beppis and walk somewhere else. I drew a little table, so nobody fault me. Right, so walking in.
This is a nice little
Actually, no.
little place.
Knocking on the Jack walks in, kind of drapes one of his jackets on the Josh, go to the gear tab, scroll down to the middle, and where it says video voice, broadcast, and receive. Wait a minute.
Video voice.
Cool.
I want to
We're good.
broadcast to other. Okay.
Disable both.
Dojo.
Jack says, "So what you gonna be for dinner, boys? More cornbread and chili? Worked the first time."
Sure, why not?
All right. Jack makes his way over to the kitchen. La-di-da-da. Eric's sitting at the table, kind of checking his phone, and you hear a knock at the door. Ding, did you get that?
Sure. Walk over to the door. Open it.
You see... Josh, describe yourself real quick.
Well, as you see, John, I am a Caucasian, with, I got kind of a beanie on and a heavy coat and attire, a little bit of a, not a long beard, but, you know, it's definitely pretty thick. Basically the description of kind of a mountain man that has been carved out of a city boy. A few years ago. I kind of have stern eyes, a soft voice. So it's at least for now.
All right, so
country folk kind of going. Kind of.
I open the door. I kind of look at him and say, "Hey, you must be John. Nice to meet you. My name's Gene."
Must be Gene. Nice to meet you. And I kind of grab her hand. What do you look like, Mr. Gene?
So, like with my avatar, I sort of looked like tired eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a bit older, white face. And from that, it's not as easy to tell what I do. Like with you, mountain man, it's pretty easy to notice, but more of like a generic guy. Just like one thing you do notice is bags under my eyes, and I just seem like I'm always needing sleep.
John, if you would like to make a what would this be if he's trying to read you? Would this be a wits empathy?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wits empathy.
yeah, Josh, give me a wits empathy.
All right. Then that would be.
I thought you actually had.
Where's my sheet? I don't know where my sheet is.
Double click your name, then next to bio and info, it'll be character sheet.
Bio. It just has my picture. Oh, there's character sheet. Okay, cool. All right. So what is it again? I'm sorry.
Wits and empathy.
2. So 4. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy. Me reading people. All right. Okay.
Josh already know how to do the rolls.
Yep. I showed him.
40.
Did you also show him about the macros, having them on the bar like I do? Okay, because that's just real easy.
Actually, I don't even have macros thing.
Oh no!
No successes.
What the fuck?
All right. He seems, a little squirrely, but he's good people. He looks tired, but he's a good friend. He's a good friend of Jack's, man. Nothing to worry about.
Alright.
Yeah, I would say that I look tired, but I act as if I'm used to it, so I don't behave tired.
Okay.
All right.
Well. It's nice to meet you. How long you been here?
Are you both inside, by the way?
Yes, I am walking in. It is cold outside.
Right. Oh yeah. How do I make it so that Josh can move his own token?
The thing about the token is, Josh, if you go to your character on your character list, and then you drag, so delete that one, Knox. Yeah, drag your character onto the screen.
Okay. Boop.
Yeah, now resize it to whatever size you want it to be, like similar to ours.
Okay, how the fuck do I resize this thing again?
Drag the corner.
Corner. Okay. No, it's just wanting me to move it.
You have to click the little box in the corner.
Oh, you might not actually have that box. So if you click on the image that you just dragged on, and then you go back to your character, and then you go bio info edit, like at the top right,
okay.
and then it should say like token.
Yep.
Use this as a token. Yeah.
Okay. Bio info. It actually doesn't say token. Alright. It only gives me a option to remove it. What was wrong with that other one that we were...
Nothing. I want you to be able to control your own person.
It was
So-
allowing me to move it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute. You slide. I think you're the only one that can resize it.
Bam. Okay. So I had just set it so that it defaults to using this token. Okay. So
Yeah.
move your character. Cool.
Okay.
Peoples can move themselves now. So position yourself
Nice,
where you
nice.
want. The table's over here.
Okay, so where do we come in? Let me resize this real quick. So, select. Put you.
So I'm gonna take a seat.
here, so-
at the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sit down at the table. I'll sit like at the head of or the other head.
All right, so you had asked me something, Josh?
Oh no, I was just asking. I was asking how long you've been in our small.
Right, yeah, that's what it was. Oh, I just got here. So just so I remember, Knox, it was like what, 2 days ago?
2 days
Day
ago.
2 days ago.
It was yesterday evening.
Yeah. Oh, I just got here yesterday, actually.
Ah, gotten attached to the town yet?
Well,
Takes a while.
today was a nice introduction to the town, but I haven't really had the chance to get to know the place yet. But I'm liking it so far.
All right. I've been here for how long have I been here now, Cameron?
2 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 3. Is that too much?
No, it's your character, dude. If you want to be here for 3,
Well-
like I'll tell you if it's too much.
Well, I was gonna say like 5. 5 to me sounds like enough time to know everyone in the town and know them to the point to where they trust me.
That works. Actually, I like that. Go with that.
I've been here for about 5 years. I used to live up in Denver, but came out here and doing what I really want to do. So
Oh, that's good. It's always good to find your calling in life, I guess. I'm still
Well-
sort of looking for that myself.
been an interesting day for sure.
As y'all are talking, Eric's just kind of relaxed, listening to y'all. Seems like a quiet kind of guy. Jack's busy humming to himself in the kitchen as y'all now smell cornbread. Not cornbread. Y'all smell chili being made, and he's making cornbread on top of the stove right now.
Chili.
Oh, hey, Jack. How's the
why
cooking
not-
going? Want any help?
I wouldn't mind some help.
All right. Sort of walk over to him, try to help out whatever I can.
All right. Give me.
Can I look around real quick? Is this place heated by normal electricity or
Yeah.
is it fire? Okay. Cool.
There's like
All right.
out on the patio right here. I didn't draw it, but I guess it would be here
Mm-hmm.
as a rough estimation. There is like a small like fire pit he has, and he's got plenty of firewood for it.
Okay.
Now the place is well heated and well insulated.
Jag, you mind if I get a fire going? It's a little cold
Uh,
outside.
Out on the porch?
Sure.
I mean, help yourself, yeah.
All right.
Oh boy, craft rolls. Okay, so we're gonna do. All right, Gene, give me. I guess crafts, wits,
Double Gene.
just to give him like a quick hand.
All right, yeah, I look over
You
and,
are making. And it's not making food for 2 people. You're making food for 4 people.
Cool. So just the base
Just the
skill
base.
and attribute? Gotcha.
Josh, can you move yourself just like, I guess, to the
Weep.
top, over on the porch?
Isn't this where the porch is?
I was gonna say up here, just to symbolize you being outside.
There.
Very top.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Okay. So Jack doesn't add any successes, so the food. We're just gonna say, yeah, you help well enough, but the food making continues at the same pace. Okay, so for Mr.
John Marston?
Give me a wits survival roll. Rolling 5 dice.
Oh, they do.
King fire on.
Time to roll some fire. Wow, I got 1 success. What is wrong with D20 today? Kevin, the first time we got together and did this, I got so many 10s.
He did. Like for his
That's
first
how
shot, for his first shot on a
works.
target, he did what, 4 damage?
Yeah.
Jesus.
With a hunting rifle. It was really cool.
Well, you succeeded though. That's
yeah, so
one.
you succeeded. So you get fires going.
'Kay.
Jack looks over to Eric. Hey,
Hold up, one sec. So Josh, if you ever want to, here, let me put this in Discord. If you want it to show up like mine, where it actually counts the successes, this is what you want to write. You got your D10, and then your over 8 is a success, and the exclamation mark means re-roll 10s.
Oh, okay. How did we put that in the dice roller, Cameron? Didn't we do something?
Oh, yeah, he uses the dice roller thing, so you want to do roll target number, you want the mouth opening towards number, target 8,
Okay.
and exploding separate.
Exploding separate. Okay, cool. Gotcha.
Alrighty.
Oh, you're actually using the roller. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a dillion macros like a turbo nerd, Kevin.
Turbo nerd.
Turbo nerd.
So Jack kind of leans over to Eric. Hey, Eric, do me a solid. Yeah. What's going on, Jack? Heading to town. See if you can get some beer. I'm low. All I've got's the whiskey. Okay, man. I can do that. And so he heads outside. John, you see Eric open the door with his jacket on, close, start walking towards his vehicle.
Heading out for beer.
Good guess, yeah, heading out for beer. So
Need some assistance, or are you good?
I'm good, man. What do you want?
I'm always partial to Blue Moon myself. Can you give me a couple of them?
Blue Moon works. Got it. You swear you can hear him mumble something that rhymes with city boy under his breath. So he is now out of the picture. At least for now.
I'm gonna go in and look and see if there's any kind of is there any kind of stereo system or anything like that in here? Anything that plays at least CDs or something? Maybe.
Not really. Jack's got a radio over here.
All right, well, I'm gonna turn the radio on then.
All right. You walk over, turn the radio on. You notice there's a little bit of static interference. It's about 9 o'clock at night, by the way.
Okay. Kind of try to work.
There's a pretty decent, but it's here. Make an intelligence. I guess make an intelligence computer roll. No, hold on. Yeah, just give me a straight intelligence roll.
Okay, so it's just 1d10 then, right?
Yeah, give me 1d10.
Oh, ha! Oh, I got a success, but I didn't get the next one. Stupid.
You have the mouth flipped in the wrong direction again.
God damn it.
That's okay.
There we go. Do I need to re-roll it or?
No, you're good. You've heard static on the radio, and you're pretty positive that the static you're hearing isn't like usual static. It sounds like the weird-ish kind of static that, you thought was just on your truck's radio.
Hey, Jack.
Yeah.
Radio's got some static going on.
Been going like that for days. It's even worse on the ham set.
Really?
Yeah. Gets real weird around midnight. If you stay here long enough this evening, we'll let you listen.
Huh. I might do that. Kind of.
So was this on his radio?
Not the ham set in the garage. This was in around here in the house.
Uh,
It's on like a radio he has, like just a casual, like old timey radio that lets him listen to the radio.
okay.
All right. Well, just kind of turn it off.
All right.
Sit back down at the table.
Cornbread's going. It's working fairly well. Jack kind of sits there against the kind of stands against the wall, and just kind of finds his time and some quiet. We'll say, for the sake of this, that time passes. A half hour passes, and y'all are in the middle of eating dinner.
Is Eric back?
Eric's not back. As y'all are eating dinner, anything y'all want to do during dinner? By the way,
I suppose people have tried asking me about the hand, right?
they haven't yet.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
actually...
so tell us about this hand, John.
you were gonna say something, Gene?
And well, no, Jack actually asked what I wanted to ask.
Okay. Well, what do you want to know? Has there been any? There's probably been some flippant rumors going out about it. What have y'all heard?
Heard there might be a serial killer.
Well, so I found it over at the Jackson's place, right? The Jacksons.
Like on Jackson's property?
No, I'm talking to Cameron right now.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, Jackson's.
So yeah, over by the creek.
Yeah, I found it over by the creek, over by on Jackson's property.
Oh, damn.
It was in a damn rabbit hole. Wolves are trying to pick at it. Took one of them out and
Nice.
found the damn hand.
Get the hell out.
No. College kid's hand, too, by the look of it.
Huh, did you get anything back from the coroner?
No, I did a little bit of investigating. So this hand had a tattoo on it that said "Chive On," with a couple of looks like plastic party rings or something like that, something of the sort. Definitely didn't match anyone I knew around here in town. You know, figured I would have known about something like that. So I took it to the sheriff's office, and he had no idea what the hell it was, but they kept it for me, put it in evidence, and I went to go talk to coroner, and he didn't tell me that there's anyone to come in recently, and well, that the description that I gave him probably matches something along the lines of what some of the college kids do up in near the colleges around in these parts. Interesting too. Went over to Bo's, grabbed some lunch, and one of the college kids immediately recognized the phrase that I used. So I don't know, kind of hit a little bit of a dead end today for what I'm looking for, but I told the sheriff to check out some of the colleges around here, at least give them some calls to figure out what if there's any kind of missing persons or something like that going on.
What did the college kid tell you about the tattoo?
He just told me that it's some kind of party lingo for party on, kind of, something that I figured. Every generation has their stupid phrase that they use.
Well, yeah, that's a crying shame. It was someone so young, but I hope they find out who the person was, I guess.
Yeah, the most interesting thing to me, though, was that it didn't look anything like it had been taken by wildlife around here. It's part of my job to know, and track these, the more dangerous wildlife we have on this in this region, and keep them in check. And
So what the hell done it?
I have no damn idea.
How do you figure the hand got there? Did you see any trails of blood?
I did not,
Now
But-
that's strange.
but it had to have been put there by something. So I made a conscious effort whenever I shot that wolf to leave it there, at least maybe a day or so. I'm planning on checking on it in the morning, seeing if anything has come back to try to either pick at it or take it or something. You know, most beasts and wildlife in here are gonna see something like that. Might be a free meal, but if it is something worse, something that I haven't really encountered in my job here, then it's gonna look a lot different.
So the hand is still there.
No. The hand is not there. The hand is in evidence right now. The wolf that I shot down. That was.
Oh yeah.
So Nate's got the hand.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Have y'all heard anything at all going
No.
on around here?
We just heard from Bo over at the diner when we stopped in town. Gene tried to go hunting earlier today. Tried to shoot a shotgun for the first time. Fell out of a tree, hit his head in the rock. I'm actually impressed. I saw it. I figured how he landed. I'm actually
Yeah.
surprised he ain't more hurt.
Well, at least you're giving it a shot, aren't you?
Yep, I got a guardian angel looking out for me.
Well, I'm mostly.
God damn it! Where the flying fuck is Eric with the beer? It's
Yeah.
by now. Y'all have been
Getting a little
talking for a
worried.
while.
It's getting pretty cold out there.
Gene, it's around 11:30. Gene, y'all spend the rest of the evening kind of talking casually. Y'all finish the food. Jack decides to pour a little bit of the whiskey for everybody, enough to kind of let everyone have a bit, but still waiting on the beer. And in those hours, Eric hasn't come back.
Kind of look.
Jack looks not nervous, but just confused. But contemplatively, so he's really trying to figure out, why wouldn't Eric be back? Why hasn't he? He kind of mumbles that.
Kind of have a bad feeling.
It's weird of him not to just ask.
Start to put on my jacket. Well,
Wait, before you go,
if he's
spend a little time here. He'll be fine. I'm sure he's probably dealing with the missus or chasing a wolf off his property. Maybe his dog got out again.
sure you don't want me to go look.
Nah, we'll be fine. Come on in the garage.
Alright.
Let's go wait for the signal. The funniness.
All right. Kind of take the glass that he gives me, just kind of down the drink and head into the garage.
One moment.
Un momento, por favor. Ow. Ow, 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 ow.
Alright. So, Gene, you coming into the garage with him?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm right behind you guys.
The radio's right around here.
Boop a doop a doop a doop.
Cool. I guess I'll just do Fing. Alright, so y'all
Oh, sorry, I was not on roll 20.
Yeah. Y'all are kind of gathered around the radio. Y'all spend some time kind of shooting the shit, snacking. Thing, one of the last of the candy bars that you brought, Jack eats. He just kind of pulls it out, and then he's like, and you kind of are like, oh, that's where my goddamn candy bar went. And he just kind of unwraps it with his big dumb fuck you grin and eats it.
Nom, nom, nom.
So then he reaches over, kind of turns on the radio, and Gene, the static is a little. It's a little more weird. Like you remember, like how weird it was. It's just a little bit more so tonight.
Yeah.
There's no
and
humming.
I need-
There's no humming yet because it's not quite midnight. Like 11:45.
Because it's not midnight.
All right. I'd love to continue, but my brother-in-law's party is going to be soon, so I'm going to have to stop now.
We're almost done.
Well, then get to it
Yep.
there, Skippy.
All right,
The
let's
time
go.
passes around midnight. And there's no sound on the radio. Nothing. Since Jack turned on the radio, there's been nothing. Static. You hear that pop,
Yeah.
and there's static kind of dims a little bit, and you hear faintly, like wherever this is being recorded from, it's like across the, like it sounds like it's from across the room, but you hear the sound of a beautiful woman's voice, kind of chuckling. I need for all of you to make a resolve composure roll.
Ooh, I'm good at that. What is my?
Any modifiers?
Actually, yes.
Let's
So
take
you
it
said
so long.
composure
Josh,
and-
make it at a -1. Resolve composure at a -1.
Re-
Very faint ringing starts. Feel a very faint ringing in the back of your skull starts slowly working its way towards your ear.
So
sounds-
-1. Okay.
And suddenly you feel a sharp, almost a bang, but like a thunderous bang in, like, ringing in your ears. It seems to wash through the house and through you.
All right, 2 successes.
Successes. All right. It's disorienting. It's strange. It feels like Jack is immediately out of his seat and reaching for one of the rifles. All of you hear a tinnitus-like ringing in your ears,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel just a little queasy for a moment before it slowly subsides.
Mm-hmm.
You said Jack was getting his gun?
Jack, there's a on the table, on the workshop table next to the radio, is his rifle, his hunting rifle.
Okay. But he's not.
He immediately, like, as soon as he hears the ringing, he is up out of his chair and he grabs the rifle, chambers it, and just starts looking around with the rifle, like, up and ready.
I sort of look
Alright.
at him and say, wait, hold on a minute, Jack. Just relax. Grabbing my head. It's hurting our heads, like headaches.
It slowly
Immediately-
passes.
Immediately
One
look at
moment.
Jack and be like, hold on now.
Josh, could I ask you to quickly leave the call for just a moment?
What?
It's real quick.
I mean, I can.
Just give it like,
okay.
or take off. Okay. you hear the same woman's voice of the giggle gently whisper, "Come one, come all." Then you hear Sam's voice. "Well, it's too late now. You're in the cage, right where you belong." And freezes for just a moment. All of this happens in an instant. This entire conversation. He says, "You remember what I told you about vengeance? About getting my final revenge?"
I remember.
"She's it. June." Then pop.
All right, let me just take a note of this. He said her name is June, right?
Yep.
Okay. Huh.
All right.
This is for you to know. All of you are good, but all of you take the spooked condition. Whatever this strangeness is, whatever it is, it doesn't sit easy.
Right.
Actually, hold on. We're going to actually I'm going to give you guys the choice, because you can choose 3 things, but I'm basically going to narrow it down to 2. $290. 90. Ooh, 90. Ooh, 90. Okay, so you guys can either take the shaken or the spooked condition. You have to take it. Because you guys have effectively...
What's the difference?
Because what this was an incredibly jarring experience, so you guys passed your first breaking point. You don't lose a point for your integrity. But you still have to take the condition.
What's the difference?
The difference, shaken. Something has frightened your character extensively. Anytime your character is taking an action where the fear might hinder her, you can opt to fail the roll and shed the condition. This condition can be imposed by a successful breaking point roll.
That one sounds fine.
I don't know what's it supposed to do to you?
I don't know.
All right,
Oh.
I think. So they're spooked, also, right?
Yeah, your character is seeing something supernatural. Not enough to overt.
My
to terrify her.
character is sort of more used to the supernatural, at least more than the normal person. So I'd say I'm shaken. I'll take that.
There's also that this is like but Kevin, your experience was not quite a direct. It was just shy of a direct brushing. This is direct interference. So your character could be.
All right.
However your
I
character
can.
responds, but it captivates them and eats their attention.
All right. I'm gonna have to pause here, but
This is the end of the session.
okay. So I'm gonna have to leave, but it was a lot of fun, and we'll talk later about getting the 3rd session going.
Gotcha.
Cool.
All right. Later, Josh.
Later, man. Good playing with you. I guess I'll take the shake.